So, I've been watching My Hero Academia, second favorite anime of all time. The reason why it's my second favorite because I had a good convo with a good friend of mine. So me and him spoke about there was supposed to be information or stuff that was supposed to be added on to this anime. But thinking now, because I watched the movies. I rewatched the movies, and then the I think it was the second last movie where they talked about the doomsday theory, and I thought to myself, that is a perfect opening for the sequel of My Hero Academia. We will still have Class 1A, then we're gonna have added characters. We're gonna get nice new characters. We're still gonna have Lemillion and the big Lemillion with him in the big three, and then we're gonna get that's gonna be so lit. But I was thinking to myself, one of the I didn't really like how they explained how Deku, for some reason, he was the only wielder of One For All that can use all the other quirks of One For All. And I was thinking to myself, there was one theory a lot of My Hero Academia fans thought that All For One was Deku's dad. And then I was like, but quirks can be tranced over. And then I thought, what if when Deku was born, he had a quirk? Not just any quirk. He had, if All For One is, I was searching, the real name is Zen Shigaraki. If Zen Shigaraki was Deku's father, the All For One wielder was the father of Deku, then Deku had his own All For One quirk, which was stolen, just like what he did to Shigaraki when Shigaraki was born. And then he implemented the entire thing where at the end, Deku, doesn't have a quirk, but grows up to be the successor of One For All, ends up getting it, and then that was an accident, and then accidentally, but then knowing Shigaraki will be able to take the quirk not from All Might but from Deku himself. What if he implemented that? And then going back to the sequel part of it, I think if they do the sequel, it's going to be kind of a copy for what Boruto is doing now and what the new JJK manga is doing now, where they added aliens to it. I think, because just trying to think how the whole quirk thing started, because I watched a video of this gentleman and he mentioned how can quirks have technology built into them, because you get what was her name, the chick with the ears, the sound wave chick, and then Ida, who has an engine, and the other chick has a speaker on her, an earphone jack, that's her name, her hero name. So then I was like, what if the quirks was a virus, because they mentioned it was like it happened in a DNA thing. So then the DNA thing happened when an alien gave humans this virus that can make people have superhuman abilities. And the reason why is, if they do something like that, then they'll probably do. If this would be cool if they added this on, if there'd be like a transformer type of thing where like, let's say, a whole race of aliens, but they're in a civil war. So the evil aliens went to Earth, gave quirks like as a disease so they can, get into the final stages. Like, that's how the doomsday theory comes in. That's where, as soon as a lot of quirks is melding together, then the evil aliens will come down, take the quirks, and then use it to finish their war. That would have been so cool if they did that. But then the other aliens figured out that, and then if they implemented that, would be so cool. And then while in the war, they're coming down to come get it, but for some reason they have the two quirks. Because at the moment Deku does not have the quirk anymore. It does not have one for all. But for some reason they have the one for all quirk, and they have the all for one quirk. One for all for one. And Deku them are busy fighting this enemy. Deku Quirkless is fighting with this technology. They're not winning against whoever's gonna have the Doomsday Theory power, like the combination of power, because basically they said it's basically all quirks, all superhuman abilities built into one, to one being, or to a multitude of beings that can't use their powers, and it's gonna be like nuclear bombs. Basically, it's gonna go rampant, it's gonna go crazy. Not nuclear bombs per se, but they might. So then these aliens will give Deku two quirks, all for one and one for all, combining the quirks to become the one. That would be so cool. But then this is where we'll figure out why Deku was able to use the other quirks and every other wielder didn't, because Deku, if he was born with the quirk one for all, his cells in his body was built to use multiple quirks. That's how he unlocked the quirks in the original series. So then, and if they implemented it into the sequel, and then say, why is it all for one and one for all, and then what's happening, why is he working so perfectly with it, just like he did when he had one for all, but now with all the other quirks. And then Zen Shigaraki, aka all for one, would tell the truth and say, oh yes, Izuku Midoriya, the reason why I knew it was you that had one for all at the beginning, after All Might gave it to you, is because I implemented that. You were born with the exact quirk of all for one, which I've stolen, because at the end it was two wielders of all for one. It was Shigaraki got the original version of the quirk, Zenith's quirk of it, and I think all for one got the other one, because it makes more sense if the fact that you can't copy that powerful quirk unless you copy, but you can copy the other quirks that it had it with it. You see what I mean? Almost like with the folder, you don't move the stuff around. You make a copy and push it over like it's like a computer, like from folder to folder. If they did something like that, because all for one is more like a folder holder, then that folder then can be created. It's almost like the Windows program, not Windows, the my computer program, where you can't really delete it or create it. It's there already, and you can just add on to that. That's how I see all for one. And if they implemented it as that, that would have been so cool. Then Deku would burst out of energy, and then that would be so freaking lit if they do that. I would love this series forever. Then it will be my favorite anime if they implement that into My Hero Academia. Aliens versus aliens, and aliens giving humans quirks just so that they can use for power. Oh my gosh. It's only theories, it's only me thinking out loud. It's only me wishing they implemented into the show, because it would have been so lit. Oh, and it would have been cool if by accident Deku would have stolen the explosion quirk from Bakugo, hear me out, and then uses it to defeat the enemy, because Bakugo's quirk is phenomenal, and he needed a phenomenal quirk. He probably had enough, but he needed that quirk in particular to fight this enemy, and he gives back the quirk to Bakugo, but then he still has the copy of the quirk with him, because remember, he's gonna have, if they implement it, he'll have all for one, which can steal quirks and You can keep it and you can give it away. But one for all is a stockpiling quirk, and even though like let's say Ghostbusters and the people still have the quirk, if a lot of people, if Deku had a quirk, gave it to someone else, he would still have his quirk, his original quirk. If they implemented that would be so cool. Then Deku would be able to steal quirks, give it away, and still have the original quirk with him. He'll be an OP character.